Hi, I'm Arthur Davenport, and today we're going to be talking about stereotypes for the show Modern Family. Also, we're going to be talking about Element 1 from class. So, do you think it's fair for producers to use stereotypes to make a show or movie or something funny? You can find stereotypes everywhere. You can find it in movies, you can find it in books, you can find it in TV shows, you can find it on the news. You can find it in media. Stereotypes are used everywhere nowadays. It's not right. Growing up, I would watch Modern Family with my family. I thought it was really funny, and I never thought anything about the stereotypes that were being used in it until a few days ago when I went back and I started rewatching the show and the seasons and saw a few stereotypes in it. So Modern Family is a comedy show. It's about three families that are related to each other. And all three families has stereotypical behavior in some ways. They're all different, but in some ways. Like I said before, I've been watching this since I was young. I'm pretty sure I was around 10 years old when I started watching it. And growing up, I never realized the stereotypes. And now that I have realized it, I'm glad I have. And I think more people should go back and realize how bad stereotypes are throughout the TV shows that they watch and movies. The most obvious stereotype in Modern Family, though, would have to be the gay couple. Cam and Mitchell were very exaggerated with their emotions and their clothes that they wore and just their feminine ways that they were used. And when I was 10, I always thought gays looked like what Cam and Mitchell did because I was never around them growing up. So I always thought that that's what all of them looked like, which I was clearly wrong. And in one episode, they had a painting of themselves, and they were nude and in clouds, and they looked like that they were like Greek and Roman gods. And the producers use their sexuality to make it funny, which isn't right to do. Another stereotype is Gloria. Gloria is used as a sex symbol. She is from Colombia and she's married to someone that's 20 years older than she is. Throughout the show, her accent is made fun of a lot. And in one episode, her neighbors asked Gloria and her husband if she had a parrot. And they said they didn't have any parrots, but the neighbors were really just referring to her voice, saying that she sounded like she was a mimicking parrot. And during the show, she also wore tight clothes, which made her look like a sex symbol, and because they just used her body. And like I said before, they just made fun of her voice all the time. The last stereotype would be Claire. She is in a stereotypical white family, and she's a stay-at-home mom. And the dad would be the guy to come and always bring in the money for them. And she never worked until the last season when her dad retired and she took place of her dad. And it's stereotypical because they didn't show her being able to do anything really. And so which in reality, girls can do just as much as guys can. They work as successfully, do everything that a guy can. So just because TV shows are funny doesn't mean that producers have the right to stereotype people. Since this class, I've been more aware of stereotypes that happen throughout TV shows and movies and stuff, and the media, of course. And people need to become more aware and understand that media creates these characters that fit a certain type of people that create more stereotypes, and people need to learn to not believe those stereotypes because it's just wrong to believe them, because most of the time the stereotypes aren't correct. Thank you.